So you've all seen that we've started posting back to I'm So Fly on social media, and I felt like the Lord wanted me to share with you all what has happened in the last 2 years since we last posted. When I went back to YouTube, I saw that the last video was posted July of 2019, and so much has happened since then. So I just wanted to kind of debrief you all on that, in case you're wondering. For those of you that are new to I'm So Fly, it all started because I felt led to write this book that I started in 2017. I'm So Fly, and it's all because of him. I wrote this book and published it in 2018, and the Lord told me to start the I'm So Fly movement. This is all really about breaking religious mindsets, understanding what it looks like to have a relationship with the Lord, sharing my walk even, and whoever God's called to I'm So Fly, sharing our walk with the Lord so that hopefully it encourages you. It really breaks religious mindsets about what it looks like to, one, be Christian, but to also just have a relationship with the Lord. I really hate how religion tries to attach itself to Jesus, because religion brings so many laws and rules and all these things that are just not him. There's so much freedom in him, and I really want people to understand that so you can be encouraged to have your own relationship with the Lord. So he tells me to start this movement. That was 2018. Also in 2018, right after I published the book, the Lord said to me that the way that you do your day-to-day work is going to change, and it's not going to look like what it was. And I started to feel like the Lord wanted me to lay down all of my clients by the end of 2018. This is all going on while we're putting out the videos that you can see on YouTube. So I'm praying about it. I'm feeling like that. We were also trading at this time. My business is business management, finance, accounting, and investments. And also at this time, the Lord is telling me what to trade. So we're making a lot of money. And I'm thinking, okay, if I am not doing the finance, accounting, business management clients that I have, maybe we can go into trading full time. I had also told the Lord I wanted to do that. So I was excited. Okay, God. On the other hand, I feel loyal to my clients, so it wasn't easy to tell them, hey, I am not doing this anymore. I need you to find someone else. I need to resign. That was a bit tricky, but I felt a real peace about God telling me to do that. So all of this is going on while we're filming. I let go of all of the clients by the end of 2018, January 19 actually, just the process of transitioning out and onboarding someone new. And I said, okay, God, what are we doing? Like, expecting him to say or tell me what we're trading every day. And the Lord said, I want you to allow your full-time job to be spending time with me. And I thought, okay, is that it? I mean, I like spending time with you, but okay. So how are we making revenue, right? I'm still thinking that he's going to tell me what to trade in the process of all of this. But I go to do exactly what he said. I'm spending time with the Lord every day. I'm reading my word. I'm studying it. I'm seeking him in prayer and worship. I'm listening to sermons online. So many different pastors I'm listening to online over and over and over again. At this time, I'm living at the National Harbor in Maryland. I had an office space there at the harbor also, so the bills don't stop, right? And I had accumulated savings, and the savings is quickly going away because my bills are pretty expensive. So I'm just like, okay, Lord, what are we doing here? Every day I'm spending time with God, and my lease is about to end, and I felt like the Lord said, Angel, I want you to be okay with moving in with your brother. Now, I hadn't even spoken to my brother about this. And mind you all, I am someone that has been out on her own since she was 18, 19 years old. Probably had my own place since I was 21. And then the Lord is going to tell me, I want you to be okay with moving in with your brother. I can't tell you that my flesh was excited about that, but yet I knew that I was walking with him every day, and I knew that I was doing what he was telling me to do. So my brother and my sister-in-law were gracious enough to let me move in. I moved in July no, August 2019, and up to this point, I'm still not earning a revenue. But it was also right around this time that the Lord released me to start picking up clients again. Oh, let me also say that in the process of me spending my time with the Lord, He led me to write another book called Ouch God, That Hurts. The subtitle is Growing in Faith When It Doesn't Make Sense and It Hurts. Both of these can be found on Amazon, but it really details everything that I was going through in that time of just trying to walk in faith. And it didn't make sense and it hurt. So the title tells you how I was feeling. So I published the book also at that time. So then the Lord releases me to pick up new clients. I'm picking up new clients. I've moved in with my brother. God brings back clients to me in 6 to 8 weeks, restores 180% of the revenue that I laid down for Him. So all of the money that I had let go for God, He restored 100% plus 80% more of that, all within 2 months. Only God can do that. The clients were just coming so fast, and He even restored some of the ones I had let go of. So it was amazing. It really validated, that I was doing the right thing, even though people thought I was crazy when I said I was letting my clients go and what I felt like God was telling me to do. But you have to have your own relationship with God. You have to be able to hear His voice and know that He's speaking to you. And then as the Bible says, the peace surpasses all your understanding. So while it didn't even make sense to me, I knew it wouldn't make sense to them, right? Because it didn't make sense to me. But yet, only I knew about the peace that I was feeling on the inside. So God does that. I'm staying with my brother. I'm renting a room there. September comes and I'm looking at the boxes in my room. And out of frustration, because here I am trying to maneuver through all these boxes that I still don't know what to do with, I said, God, what are we doing with these boxes? I said that aloud. And really for me, it was out of frustration and rhetorical. But before I could even get the complete sentence out, the Lord said, nothing, because you're moving. And the thought came so strong and loudly that it kind of stirred me. I knew it was God because I didn't have an answer. And I was really asking it. I was frustrated. And so when He said that to me, I began to seek the Lord about what that was and where do I go. At this time, I had been living in the DC area for almost 20 years, and I had already started to feel like it was no longer home. So I knew that God was doing something. I'm praying about, God, where do you want me to go? Where am I going? I can remember testimonies from other people telling their stories of how God told them to relocate. And I used to say to the Lord, I cannot wait for you to tell me that. I will go wherever you tell me to go, Lord. I'll move to the countryside. I'll move to another country. Please just don't tell me to go to New York. And you all know, God told me to go to New York. And I was like, God, that's the one city I don't want to move to. But obedience prevailed. I started praying about it. I felt like God said, I got a real peace about it being New York. I knew it wasn't my bright idea because I didn't want to go there, but I still had a peace to go. I started to pray, and the Lord said, I want you to go as soon as you can. As soon as the new year turns, which would have been 2020, I want you to move. So I go visit New York in January of 2020, just trying to scope the land and see where I was feeling like God wanted me to relocate. I ended up finding a location, and I moved on March 3rd, 2020. And then that same week, the building sent out a notice that they were not allowing people to move in anymore because of COVID. So again, it made sense why God was saying, I need you to go as soon as possible. Like only the Lord knows these things, right? And you just have to trust what you're hearing, and you just have to learn how to be obedient. So I relocate to New York. I'm there and I'm saying, okay, God, why am I in New York now? Let me tell you, walking in faith is such an interesting journey. You really have to be fearless, and you really have to have cultivated your relationship with the Lord in a way that you know it's Him. And thank God those 9 months that I had spent with Him every day, all day, really, really strengthened my faith in Him to trust whatever He told me, to not go by what I was seeing on the outside. I mean, that time in my life was one of the most growing, excruciating, painful times, but God was character building. He was strengthening our relationship. He was killing materialism in me, killing so much pride in me. And it's definitely made me a better person and helped me to execute to where I am today. So as I'm in New York, I'm praying about it, and God, why am I here? I meet someone that we become close, and their job ends up moving them out to Istanbul. And I started to feel like around September of 2020 that the Lord started to deal with me again about moving. And this time I felt like it was international. I knew that my stay in New York was not going to be long because of a prophecy that I had received that I would not be there long. They actually told me 6 to 12 months you'll be there. And then in my own prayer time, I felt like the Lord was also giving me that very strongly. So when I started to feel that God was moving me again internationally, and then here I have this person that I know whose job has taken them out to Istanbul, I said, God, could it be that? So I ended up visiting, and I said, okay, I'll pray and see how I feel when I go. God, show me if this is it. And as soon as I came to Turkey, I had such a strong peace that this is where he was calling me to. And what's strange is that as much as I travel, I had never visited Turkey. I never visited Istanbul. Was never one of those places that I even thought about visiting or wanted to. But yet, God had made this connection in New York, which explained why I needed to be in New York. And here I was getting a sense to move to Turkey. So I visited a few more times in 2020. And then God moved me February of 2021 to Istanbul. Looking back, connecting all the dots, it all makes so much sense. You just have to keep trusting no matter what, that God knows what he's doing, okay? Even more than you ever can, or you could ever connect and make the connections that he does. So I moved to Istanbul. I am here in this country, in this foreign land. I don't know anyone because my friend ends up relocating. I'm sitting in my bedroom one day and I'm just frustrated with God, I don't know anyone. I don't speak the language. Everything is so different. It's very different to be anywhere and not see Americans, never hear English, not seeing any signs in English. And then here I am by myself. So I'm sitting in my bedroom one day. I'm complaining to the Lord. I'm just like, how can you have me out here by myself as a single woman? Not even my natural dad is okay with this. I'm really going in, giving him a hard time. But since then, which was months ago, the Lord has restored church community to me. He has teamed me up with Jasmine, who you all have seen, and you'll also hear her testimony. Our stories are so parallel as to how God got us here. And then God starts dealing with me about starting I'm So Flyback, that he wanted me to really get the movement going here in this country, teaming Jasmine up with us, which is amazing. And here we are. This is how we've gone from recording in the DMV to now we'll be recording in Istanbul. What's the hardest thing about being here? Like I said, it's different not knowing a language and not really being able to communicate with people. I'm slowly learning the language, but it's very different. The other thing, it's been really hard not being able to see American football. Man, you all know I'm a fan. And I'm telling you that other countries do not respect the game. I've tried every streaming service with my VPN. Still haven't been able to watch. It really hurts. If you know how I can watch in Turkey, please let me know. I'm desperate. That truly is a problem. I'm really frustrated that I can't see that. But outside of that, I have to say that I have a real peace. I'm more happy than I think I've ever been in my life. Even being out here in this foreign land, because there's something that just happens when you know that you have this relationship with the Lord and he's guiding and you're following, and it's so amazing. I encourage you all to establish that relationship. But so now you know where we are, why we're here. I've definitely had so many people say, why Istanbul? Why are you moving to Istanbul? Oh, I've been told that I met a Turkish prince, all kinds of things. But you can imagine what goes on in my mind when people ask me that, and I'm just like, because God told me to? Will they understand? A lot of people think that you're crazy when you say you can hear God's voice. But God says, my sheep hear my voice. So here we are. That's what it is. Please stay tuned. I have no idea what God's going to do, but I know he's going to do some amazing things.